Hello, little children. Today we're going to read Scholastic's If You See a Spring Flower. And this one starts with a video.
What are all those sounds? They're some of the sounds of spring. Spring is the season that comes right after winter. In winter, much of the United States is cold and still. Animals hibernate. Trees have lost their leaves. The ground is frozen. But in spring, everything warms up and wakes up. And if you listen closely, you can hear sounds of spring all around. This tiny frog is called a spring peeper. It is one of the first animals to wake up from its winter sleep. These frogs are so tiny, one can fit on the tip of your finger. Spring peepers may be small, but they are loud. Their throats make a bubble when they peep. In spring, you're likely to hear birds sing early in the morning. They start singing about an hour before the sun comes up. Some birds sing to tell other birds, "I'm here. This is my territory." Spring is also a time when baby birds are hatching. They sing to let their parents know they are hungry. That's the sound of someone sneezing. In spring, many people get runny, itchy noses, and they achoo! In spring, there is a lot of pollen, and pollen makes many people sneeze. Pollen is a yellow, powdery grain that is made by trees and flowers. Because it is warmer in spring, flowers are blooming everywhere. Trees are growing new leaves, and the flowers and trees are making a lot of pollen. That's the sound of spring rain. Spring is one of the rainiest times of the year. But that's good news for all the plants that are growing. They need rainwater to grow big and strong. And that's the sound of boots splashing in spring. When all that spring rain mixes with the warmer spring soil on the ground, it makes mud. I think this doggy is going to need a bath. So when you hear the peeping of a frog, the tweeting of baby birds, the pitter-patter of rain, the splashing of mud puddles, and people sneezing all around you, you'll know spring is finally here.
Okay, friends, great video. Let's start with our magazine. We're going to start up here in the top left corner. If you bend down to sniff the flower, you might see a worm on the ground. If a worm is on the ground, a bird might hop over and snatch it up. And look, we have a little arrow that tells us we have a quick video to watch. Back to the magazine. If a bird snatches up the worm, it might fly to its nest and feed its chicks. If you look up and see it feed its chicks, you might see more spring flowers. And here's another quick video. my goodness, did you see that mama bird feed her little baby chicks? That was kind of gross. Now we're down at the bottom. It says big word, bloom. In spring, flowers bloom. That means they grow and open up. Here are some of the first flowers to bloom in spring. I see a daffodil, a crocus, and a tulip. And our little birdie friend says, "Oh, I hear my chicks peeping. They must be hungry. Can you peep like chicks?" Okay, let's turn the page. Next, we have a quick activity. You can watch me do this one, and then you'll have a chance to do your own after the video. This one says, say it, spell it, write it. And our directions say the name of the picture. Click the letters to spell it. Then type the word. We did the first letter for you. Hint, the words are in the magazine. Each word has 4 letters. Okay, let's get started. Bird. B-I-R-D. Now let's type it. B-I-R-D. The check mark tells us we got it. Next, worm. W-O-R-M. And let's type it. W-O-R-M. Next one, nest. This arrow tells us we're looking at the nest and not just the little birdie inside. N-E-S-T. Now let's type it. N-E-S-T. Okay, now we're ready for the bonus at the bottom. It says this word has 5 letters. Remember that big word from the magazine, bloom. B-L-O-O-M. And let's type it. B-L-O-O-M.
Good work.
We got the good work. That means we finished our page, and you guys did a great job listening. Thank you.